been going inactive to take breaks, or they have just flat out left. So we need people and manpower. So if a rat doesn't like, okay, if a rat doesn't like actively show you hostility, just treat him with respect. Treat him nice, you know, butter him up a little bit. Maybe they'll join, you know? But if a rat does treat you with disrespect, then I don't give a fuck what you do. Eat him for all I care. We don't take disrespect. That's one thing that y'all need to remember, alright? We are reactive. We don't start shit, but we finish it. Alright? If somebody has a problem with us, and they make it known, we'll fix that fucking problem real quick. I don't give a fuck. We are a reactive force. We are a reactive force, alright? We will not take shit anymore. We won't just take shit. Alright? That goes without being said. Anyway, special announcement, or just like something I need y'all to start doing. Again, we need manpower. If y'all have friends or like guys who you think would be interested in joining the faction and the server, please reach out to them. We need people. I don't care if they're bad or new to Arma or anything. We can teach them. We just need manpower. So, and plus, I mean, you get to hang out with your friends again, or more. So, yeah, if y'all have friends that you think would be interested in the Order, please invite them, because we do need people as of right now. And if you're ever out doing, like, patrolling around the Dead City and shit, and you find a rat and he's nice, you know? Give him the offer, be like, hey, Order's willing to have you, you know, if you would want to join, and see what they say. That's our weakest link right here as a faction right now, because we are organized, we have good fighters, and all around we're doing good as a faction, except for the fact that we don't have manpower. So if we fix that, we're good. What's next? What's next?
Sounds like they've done a pretty bad job of killing the rats.
I know, right? They haven't stopped yet.
Yeah, didn't they say they came in force?
They did.
We're coming in force, then it was, we're coming alone, and then it's, oh, we have a whole force here, gas station.
As of now, we are going to talk about something. I have talked to Mitch about a certain event that a lot of you have been planning for. A lot of us have not been happy with Mitch's decisions in the past. And a lot of us wanted to do something about it, forcefully. We won't deny that. And Mitch knows I have talked to him a couple hours ago about it. So this is where we're going to have this conversation. What we're going to do is Mitch is going to say his piece about his decisions, why he made these decisions. You will not argue with him or is trying to speak over him while he makes his piece. You are going to listen to him the entire time he has to talk. Once he is done talking, we will make a decision. You will make a decision on whether or not Mitch should stay or whether or not Mitch should go. If you decide Mitch should go, I believe we came to the decision that Mitch will step down from his position and go to the elder position, from what I last think we decided. That way he will still be an advisor to HighCom's decisions, he will still be able to say his opinions, but he will not be the ones making the decisions. So, I'm going to give Mitch the floor, he's going to say his piece, and then we will decide. This is the most peaceful way we could do this. So, I will allow Mitch to talk.
So, some of the things I have heard have been that some people, I believe, that I have been too passive about certain factions disrespecting us when the server started, and that's going to be the first thing I addressed. At the time, I agree with all of you that I wanted to go in and kick their teeth in so many fucking times. When it came to COA, they were obviously the first on the list because I already knew that they would be causing issues with us. Unfortunately, at the time, every time I wanted to go and kick their teeth in, it's the staff that would stop me. Because we did not have raid rules or war rules at the time. So, my hands were tied on those occasions. Once those raid rules were actually in place, keep in mind what happened. We immediately went to raid for the Dome, because that was their big area. That was the place that they wanted the most. Obviously, the raid itself didn't go that well, because at some point, they either grabbed our radios or had someone in the hills listening to us, so we were unable to come up with a plan. And that, I will just say, frankly, was something beyond my control. We had to do what we had to do. When it comes to the war
You'll
with
ask
Commonwealth,
questions after he is done talking. You can ask questions after he's done.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. I know. I got you.
Okay.
yes. When it comes to the war with Commonwealth, it was agreed upon by all parties, including Sam, or including Danil, the former Archon, that we would have these battles all in a row in 3 days. And while we were trying to plan all 3 days out with Commonwealth, they just wanted to plan out the first day and see where that went. Unfortunately, that left us with the side effect of every battle in that war after the first one was made the morning of that battle. And there was an attempt to delay the last one, which I know is the big one that people were complaining about. There was an attempt to delay it. But it was agreed upon by Sam, by myself, by Ghost, and by fucking Colossus, begrudgingly, that we couldn't reschedule it because all of them had something to do the other days afterwards. And we couldn't leave it unfinished. So, throughout that entire morning, while Sam was unable to plan it out, he gave me full permission to just do everything without him. He could see everything, he could agree to everything, he could give his input, but it was pretty much just left to me and Colossus to plan the entire thing. And we had come up with a plan that we thought was good at the time. Obviously, there were some unforeseen circumstances that we could not account for, such as all of Commonwealth just taking the entire time to build up defenses there. Meanwhile, when we had asked GMs to give us some cover, we were told no. That it wasn't in the battle agreements, even though we haven't had to do that before, but it is what it is. As far as everything else is concerned with the Sentinels, Yes, I will own that. That was a bad move. I wanted to give them a chance to see if they could actually prove themselves, and as I have stated before, I told them not to go overboard with it, and that if they went overboard, it would not end well for them. Clearly, they still decided to go overboard. And when it came to that, we did what we needed to do. I know that some of you wanted to immediately go and kill them, but Sam and I had agreed beforehand to talk to them about it. It's just that in the heat of the moment, Sam was a bit more gung-ho than I was. Still, it would have all led to the same conclusion, even if I talked about it with Sam, because I wanted to be sure that this was the right move. It ended up being the right move, and we still went along and did it. So, that is all I can really say. Those are the issues that I know were pretty much the burning issues. I tried my best. Obviously, I can't be perfect in leadership, but I will continue to try my best if I remain.
All right. You have heard him. He has spoken his piece. So, let's come to a conclusion. First off, does anybody have any questions? Mitch, you can take this part. I'm going to go for like 2 minutes.
Yes, I will try to answer every question one at a time, please. Aurelius, you were first.
Yeah.
I was COA, to speak on the first point that you had. I mean, me and Bobby were both COA leadership when you guys attacked the dome. And from our perspective, we actually tried numerous times to make sure that our factions would not be at war with each other. But it sounded like or fight, but it honestly, from our perspective, me and Bobby's, it just seemed like you didn't have any interest in peace at all. You just immediately wanted to fight us, and it was a little weird because from our point of view, we just kept having your guys kind of go on our mountains and look into our mob or look into our territory, and it was just weird because we had never really met you guys before, and you guys were just on the mountains watching us do stuff. And I also don't remember during the dome raid having somebody listening in on your radios. We did have people on the hills. However, the only work that those guys did on the hills was just stopping that area from being an area to push. So I am a little confused on kind of that situation, on why, because it sounded like you were just so gung-ho on wanting to fight COA, even though we tried numerous times to make sure there was peace. But we kept having your guys kind of appear on our hills, either looking into our mob or just looking into our territory in general. And we had tried to talk to you about it, and you kind of told us to fuck off, and that you wanted to kind of fight us in a way.
So that I will be 100% honest with you. We're pretty sure that was just mostly Jaeger and Billy doing bullshit, and then claiming that it was because you guys ordered it when we were trying to capture them.
Interesting. Gotcha.
Okay. Hence why we didn't immediately trust COA at the time. After we were actually able to talk with you guys without those two particular people in the faction, everything was able to cool down and calm down.
That's weird because the chats that they didn't have access to, which was the leadership chat, I still remember us trying to get you to kind of try to pursue peace, but you still ended up kind of swatting our hand away and telling us you didn't want peace. You just wanted war. It was just weird.
I'll be honest. I think there was a point where my blood was kind of running red a bit. So I probably did do that, and I probably didn't realize that like what entirely was happening. This is stuff we found out kind of later after talking with some guys.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I got for you then.
Alright, Zakhaev.
Dermot.
Dermot, are you talking or am I talking?
You can talk.
Manuel, I mean, brother, we've worked together before. We've both been leadership at the same time, and I'm gonna say this, no offense, you're not a military expert.
Yeah,
but dude,
I acknowledge that.
You walked us into a fucking meat grinder. I mean, you've seen what happened. I got so pissed off, I fucking left.
Yeah, that is what planning with sleep deprivation gets you.
I mean,
if I am being honest, I don't want to say that this is what happened. I think Colossus was kind of taking advantage of the fact that I only had like 2 to 3 hours of sleep at the time.
Well, be that or not, or it's not, you know, I'm not gonna 100%, like, I'm gonna go on your defense a little bit here. The only thing about that whole battle on that final day was, the entire high command of CW, the fact that the GMs were their high command and GMs were letting them commit rule breaks by blocking off roads and making impenetrable front lines like the Reich used to do. It's, you know, that's on them, but a lot of that shit shouldn't have been agreed to. And,
yeah, you're right.
That's all I got to say about it, brother. You know I got respect for you.
Alrighty. Man on the far right, I think that's Vojta. Yeah, you're not speaking, Vojta. I think he's just raising his hand because he wants to be a part of this. Okay, we're gonna get to him later.
Okay, Skull, because I know that he asked for permission to speak.
Yeah.
That was for something else.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions before we come to a verdict? Alright, silence is compliance. So, what we're gonna do, if you want, okay, how about this? If you want Mitch to stay in his seat, stay the first in command, and give him another chance, you are going to raise your hand out of this group. And if not, then then keep your hand down, and he will step down. All right. So there we have it. Mitch, you can either willingly step down. You can willingly step down if you wish. We are going to handle this last talk with Commonwealth together while you make your decision on whether or not you will willingly step down. For that, I think we have concluded this meeting. Everybody, hear me. We're going to go down there to Commonwealth. Oh, they're actually going to be back.
Venator also had something he wanted to say.
Oh, yes. What would Venator like to say?
My boy G.
I didn't know I was initially required to make a speech, so I've had to rush a quick speech up. And I would like to take this time to congratulate the new Archon on his new position. Leadership is never a small responsibility, especially in times when strength, coordination and clear decisions matter the most. While every leader brings their own approach, I hope this new chapter is one of strength, for our faction, unites our forces, and leads us to greater victories. May the force protect us.
Thank you, Venator.
I do have a hot question for you guys.
Of course.
So, are you just gonna do the old bump up method if he steps down, or are we gonna do the whole vote somebody in thing?
Like I said with the other people, what we're gonna do is he is going to step down. I'm going to step up for at most 2 days, get everything stable, make sure it's how we need it to be. This dude, if this motherfucker pings one more goddamn time. Sorry. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna be bumped up for like at max 2 days. I'm gonna make sure everything is stable. I'm gonna make sure the faction can keep its fucking head with Mitch gone, and then I'm going to send out an announcement. People are going to nominate themselves. So they're gonna DM me saying that they want to be nominated, and then I'm going to put their name in an announcement, and then you're just gonna vote 1, 2, 3, 4, or however many, and whoever has the most votes is going to be the new HighCom member. And how it's going to stay is there's going to be one HighCom member, and then the rest are going to be advisors. With the second in command of being Venator, and he is going to be the technical second in command. But essentially, he is just going to be the advisor with the most say, essentially. His opinion is going to matter the most. But everything will from then on be done by the first in command. All decisions will be made by the first in command, stuff like that. This is because it allows for advisors to give their opinions, so he can get different. So the HighCom, the first in command, the leader, can get more opinions or different opinions about decisions, but there will be no arguing on such decisions. There will be no arguing, there will be no back and forth on things, there will be no I have to inform my second in command about what my decision is, or we have to talk before we make the decision. It will be, in a sense, how COTF's HighCom was, where you have a bunch of people under you who give you ideas and take your decision and give their opinions, and then you make the decision if you are the leader. And then you are going to vote on who that leader is after I make sure that everything is stable, which again will at max take 2 days. This will not be a thing where I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I need to make sure it's stable, you know, and then I'm just leader for the rest of the time. That's not how it's going to be. It's going to be, I'm going to be like here for at least 2 max. I'm going to be leader. We're going to have a vote, and then whoever wins that vote, they're it. Does anybody have any questions about that? Any opinions? All right, silence is compliance.